Nishata, Kucha, Gouldings at Noble Hazan. Ask etan idlo. Bilagana hayit wodo. Ako 2014 etan dahidil no. She's been the seedless so let's say that in. Aros ko at sada. Adoko President Nygren has down in the Halet a hagel honest. Ishashi got that deal. Ben dealness of what they lit on the had dealness. I was got a deed after the needle a seat. A yacht what a yan handy. Penno. Deed other needs and deed other need the questions and quite for that need. Should add a should be the unnecessary RV park, the hotel, gift shop, what that the art to Arjunish, last large Nendarnish. Ako President Nygren, no Ndad Nishiki, Hayden Nayisne or that's Apehe, Ndad Nishida, other one dad Nisholi. Hidden Nasha. There's not Nisha, I thought. Hayden Nayisne or Odeko. Johotni. Even in Natchet, all unhindered had didn't know a years. Ako Ita is 79 million that you kilo. All of us got that need. Disha, and feet, Elan the seed, caught by egg. How about 52 million that would eat me? Ado what I was told late, though they didn't see a hot out of nation that I see the need. Are they didn't store this? That would need, what else got it need? Oh, in the see the need. I call it down that I see the nest dance, though. Based on your nothing, take it in the how Sunday, Sergeant Indo lives. That would need. That I see the need, or that they would 6 months. $3.5 million check on that gated sauce. They come after all the bills are paid, after all the improvements were made, after all the employees were paid, all the insurance, everything else. Here's $3.5 million they got me. Every year they're providing a dividend to the Navajo Nation at $7.5 million. Look, I mean, who does that? Look at all the other businesses. How many businesses are doing that? None. Not even our big utility company, not even our big other coal companies. It's not happening. But this business here is. It's here for the people, and we're going to continue to improve it. We're going to keep investing in it so it can expand and get bigger. The same thing we just got through. Look, we're drawing down about $99 million. We want to renovate and make improvements to the tribal park to make that even more accessible. So the tourism aspects is a priority. That is why we made an investment. We're going to do more investments to the other tribal parks so we can be able to continue to receive and increase our taxing structure, increase the economy. Economy, no. And so we want to, and President Nygren understands that. He understands what needs to happen to the economy. He knows what we need to do to invest into our communities. But he needs your help to be able to do that. He needs your help to be able to select the right council delegates that have the same vision, that have a sincere heart to help the people and want to improve things for the Navajo Nation. That's what we're looking for. In this election that's coming up, in 2 days. 2 days, Hatzi. It's critical right now. If we continue 4 years and we have delegates that support the next administration on what needs to happen and supports the goals, supports the vision, all the plans. What akon hinan what on sick case. And you know I don't let you on sick case. Bizarre ya ado ya but not ado ya the nebathun the neyo yo ne we you know what any yak what donan in order ilnish or chon in order nanad nishla ako been nacha kudon hida what the need the never caught or halate out or last or need halate out or lay out or ho one that in the home side these like arts king or what indole like it's what ya has 8 or 2 has 8 or Joe what the hell that was a teen do Joe what ako what la go ben the seed the short kunda bakal down sauce and that sauce to be ako na kilji flashing at that is on there flashing it at that job on the case خيلاً خنانت آدو ليلا خيلاً خس الزيدو ليلا خيلاً خنسك كيسون خيست كتو ليلا خواك نبو هو بكيا بكائي تو ان ليكو دي سي ده هات نتلا يا واشنطن دي سي ايش اي خيست كتو لي خيلاً جنو اي وط اي آدد نات آني دن لينين جنو يحتو كاتو يحتو We have a person that can do that. We have an individual that can meet, discuss, strategize, and negotiate for us here on the Navajo Nation. Joe, what the hey that eating? Ya tigi do what the hot never honey, Joe, what the hey what the Akunda da sashi. Ado yid la hunta bakande. Ado yid la on the dan. Ado sada no eto te. Ahota nini et ne. Dale nishigito was the leader. Our Navajo Nation employees every day are just as committed to serve the people. Should the never caught this was done so creature added. Dale nish. That. No. So that is what we have is dedicated Navajo Nation employees that have bought into the vision, that understand the priorities, and committed to participate to make it happen. Able to do some incredible, amazing things. Nacha, what the not all 4 more years, ladies and gentlemen. Let's support Mr. Buu Nygren for the next 4 years and see even more results. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mike. How about that? 4 more years, people. Dr. Buu Nygren. Thank you very much. So we'll go ahead and move the agenda right along. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give 5 minutes each. I'm going to call the next speaker up, which is Thomas Cody. And then following Thomas will be Charlene Begay Platero. Following Charlene will be Rena, and then we'll end with Joan Gray. After that, I'm going to give some time up to random folks that want to do their testimonials, those that are endorsing President Nygren, I would like to call upon those people so that way you get a chance to engage. Over to Mr. Thomas Cody.
Yay, thank you. Den har så krig her trago. Bare her sådan då. Bare her der jeg går. Sådan her lader sin hinanden næste har lader sin tunda her har tror jeg jæsne kvænd. Så sin livet op på kasse der så kende. Så sin at han der nok kada. Ein hin der næste kunne det hat ind i då når alt tjenda. Sin så kan der nicht le kisande så ada. Hada istrahane. Ko you it ado ji lada ado ya nas khaida shishia slinde do sha to need dansen cross Navajo shito nido adobn histadashnish. We'd work with the churches. We did leadership trainings. We did youth training. We did the same thing with the Native American churches. We also did the big thing that we did was the federal dollars that we got through ARPA. We went back and said to the funding source, President, no dollars to help the different faith-based organizations across Navajo. So that's what we worked on. We were really pulling the faith-based group, the faith-based across Navajo together. Churches went between darkness. Nahui dot, nahui dot, no, jo ebane, kago a sweetosani had hardly done Linita. What of Jay del should make say Linda, he kago. One of the medicine men says, Aquanil Hayi. Which it doesn't do insin. So that's when President said, let's start looking for money to bring young entrepreneurs, young people that will help revive and keep our traditional cultural practices going. It's hard because the current delegates are really hesitant to give money to President. Those delegates that are running, pick ones that are willing to give money back to the people. New York City and make their farms bigger. HOA I don't lay no. We visited the area, we talked to people, we talked to the officials. So that's another big development we could do for Hay. Now, I don't know if you all do this, but give a couple more minutes. I don't know if you guys do it because I listen to them. One of them always has said, I'm going to take this broom and sweep out Window Rock. President was one of them. And the ladies, what really pissed me off was the ladies were pictured into being swept out of Window Rock. I don't know who does that for him, but he sure likes those memes out there. That's one thing that really bothered me. The last thing that bothered me the other day was all you young ones, go out, take it, get your education. We have a young president. We have a young female speaker that were discredited yesterday. If you have not heard, to me, that was what our grandmas didn't want to hear, our grandpas didn't want to hear. What grandma and grandpa wanted to hear was, let's bring our young people home where they can help us. Rather than discrediting a young female leader and a young Navajo president. Whoever you vote for, vote number 13, though. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that. For 3.5 years, I've worked for Dr. Buu Nygren. Now, this is the next generation. We're actually handing over the baton for our younger generation to take over. And that's why I believe in Dr. Buu Nygren. Na withebe nit au I gato chudi na nish Hashin son lo besh bahasa aniye nahidije. Ado koje president as the executive branch. Do bande nishi. We have the know-how, skills, and the tools to implement and to make things happen.
I was crying, heard my cry. All my trouble
Is
was
kosher
soon
with everything that we're working on. That way they're happy that we're implementing what the council approved. Of course, so right now, I'm going to go ahead and hand some time over to a community member, Mr. Sid Whitehair. He's from Coppermine. Hodoshi Abe Hashin Sonlo testimonial. Liki yen hitch hatotze. Okay, here is Mr. Sid Whitehair.
Yate shikira shidna sheya shakid holi ade shakita ho copper mine ajadi kodo sera nini ado the shoni bitin dash chapter official nash data kuchinach khoda ade niya ado sambash ashido bomato ani khwa na kiskatzi bini ako I ni eben na kodo hat ad hat ist so ye niya adle da kodo ba yat do da di tsaige do adle do liya da ni ge di shi kodo nash on e da nil I do ni na liya da tsahige ya I work for Navajo Nation.
you were the sunshine on cloudy sky. Knowing it's wrong through the silence, filled with cherry beyond my way. You're the reason it's so good day. You like to go.
Send the winner. November 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 the Thanksgiving is lada Thanksgiving leho Thursday go Thanksgiving is le Friday on the dot Navajo
Sweet.
Buu za do ne dan ne veteran no trailer when they seen I don't say family kid oh I thought there was some more trailer in the house scenes ko ko ida za do da jo in da halit a ha do in la da bate ne ni gi ko ke oni tradish a jo hot ego in most of the homes are they have running water but just as in some family we love the hot water for livestock what only has ajugo what ego ya kwaige ni hani ya do kwaige deep boo ni hai laige bin na I'm gonna give my vote to Boo but it's no kwa ni ya haladi some of the stuff he did he laige I was involved nech in do badashni do yo chida ko what ado di nagaja hani nagaja go fence nu go shita hadi ige dik at the weight adjustment that or ni spap pay that no yada tiki ai ta I la bu ai ta I nashnish ado kwadodo ba ha o zi bu do bsko ye da na ni hot 3 weeks ago and they then I hot so the day my identity ajna he got chat ek Hodina na first lady he got na ek ado tada nazlinda JMI na asli hunanatza to nebel huye da ho kodoshe ya ani ashi pa da di nelko ikha kwan khan yai
Thank you, brother. We appreciate that. Yeah. Ado kunna shi o hajo pa honosen. This is 2026. We are trying our darnest to ensure that we're handing over the baton to the next. It's not going to come in a perfect way. I've never worked for the Navajo Nation, but Mr. Dr. Buu Nygren creates a lot of this animosity. And he's just sitting there very respectful. And the sad part is it's Sani itanne. Ako oyo o papayans. Edota e ada bu das no hote e ya Shandine that is not, don't address me like Shandine. I'm honorable Shan.
I guess there's just some things that just don't change. But I guess there's just some things that just don't change.
It's lost. She a khudo konshike daut. A koyat ehla. Shady a trahanasti. Di that kodene. Bijip kaigi. Ish shade. Trachini e stanbetlash ashi e trachini. RJ Andley Ultra de junior high, de elementary, de junior high, de high school. Kut ya inkin nasne yado. She yet a large na ganigi ya aintlachana ash. Kut na shechago ya stanit na ashigi. Lady ado shito ishma ado. So kut ya alchine ateko. Ado ya apohone anigit support or ganigi because ado beke desti ehot beke traditas. Ako she insen this case ya. Ultra intra Lego Nenigi Ado Sa do ko the like and nati say Washebe no ya Washebe. She knew so net the Hachina hauda de yauda ultra de yauda Washebe and Jotese ya Washebe and Hala ladies card Annabe and Edolish. Don Neza Ishin Jai base Leo she in Legi, what libe and a Scotty Lee Joey what I could the old the lagoon and honey in the Lagi what another. Quite old 8th grade now sauce sauce. High school now sauce banana sauce. Bachelor's degree now sauce banana. Master's degree now sauce banana sauce. Doctor's degree now sauce banana sauce. So what out of a cow? I hold it out, wash a bit on out of a hunty. So what Latin hatchin a cut egg eat. A con hatchin a queen eats no. The Naliken hit so kept the Holoni yada dolci. The Naliket the Holoni hit so kept the Holoni yada dolci. A star at a so yeah. See, yet it at decision. But so the ya quat arban see case this shade of what they see ultra bego ya biga. So what the hell jish. A co lady ya called the bed at the hijahit because the hijahit Hashina the pendant card the Hashin like Bekashi the Hollande. Kot ne kadedo wat da ultrateya. Ako wat la ako din khalchne bi nehigi kot ado lesbedi ni na ilagi on ebetsajon nadi tal on sajoda nadi tal. Die ni znagi an kinali illa. Ako nalsos ba it aho de akot ani znigi. Shehot an shalchen bansen. The no she eat all. She hot ashal chin banson. What la Ado when that nana did the neck a hoko yashti. They the what the snow bay yashti. Did the nepezad, Holgagits et a shin Johnny. The Hishi bay yatas, Tigishi a kotanot. Nizad. What's all besant than ni che? Nhalchen do baby and the hoil ada. Akodin genannt, Akoigahaki Yahosan, Aja Yaltiki, the Nebizad, Yaltiki, Bomat Yapiyahos, Bomasanda, Ebiyahos, Salatsotes, Ada Hol, Ade Biyaho, Akot the Nebizar, Bearhots, a son on Jono, the Nebebich, Yajiltio, Benkish, Tohotol. I had never still saw on that let the bitch had so zio, but though he had car head on. A conic is that a couple scare. I don't the ishipos days. Oh, set the part so Niki it up a head so zio, the neha at that yon. The what ensign in here where Dina Hayata Ba is nel, Honesna. Biga beto ni ilkha nebkashiye yalti jan la bahajo babi yaho and eben na shi insen when up banana what a hon son such case di kede behasige Nes 4 minutes 5 minutes assassin that hegi oh you oh the schneider a konin jgaut ja nahat ahol yanigi saat hol yanigi
Well, all I ever wanted was want somebody to love me, to get me through my rough and rowdy days. But being with me is something that you don't want, and loving me is something that'll never be. But I did my best to make you smile for me. But I did my best to
So when your son calls you Shema, it's very touching, right? It's very meaningful, especially in Navajo. It's very touching. So when he says Shema, I go, yes, sir, because he's the president. And then I said, what do you need? What do you want me to help you with? So when he asked me, when I was in Seattle with the EDA agency about our money for our Church Rock project, he called me at 6 o'clock in the morning And he goes, Shema? And I said, yes, sir. And he goes, I want you to say yes. And I go, what am I saying yes for, son? And he says, I want you to be division director for economic development. And I just kind of took a breath and I said, yes. I said, I'm saying yes to help my colleagues because I've worked there for 34 years. To help them get over projects, find money to help businesses create jobs. As Mrs. Slim was saying, the council has misconceptions of what economic development doesn't create the jobs. DED does not create the jobs. We help to create the. And at our budget hearing, they're saying, DED, where are the revenue generating projects? That's what you are all about. And that's not what we're about. We're there to help the small business, the middle of the road business, the big business, the commercial business, industrial businesses, to help our Navajo people have employment, to create wealth. We are wealthy people. Look at the beautiful place we're at. Isn't that beautiful place? So what do you in Western Agency want to become? We have been an energy-based tribe, and now we have no generating station. We've got no more coal. So what do we become now? Do we become a uranium tribe? No. What do we become? Renewable energy? You have a solar park down the way. What do we become? And I am working with the next generation of DED employees to research that. For example, this place here, revenue generation comes from, is we own part of a project and there's jobs there. One job helps 12 people in your family. So think about all those folks over there. We're helping, what, 200 people times 12? That's how many people it has effect. So we need your help with the research that my young people are doing and us working together. We are working with land department to have you have a permit on your home site that you can lodge people on your home site. That's where we try and keep the market. And then take it more from there. Create a tourism package. Have your neighbors tell stories. Have them come there and learn about the Navajo people. Because people are eager to learn about us, and we are very proud, very wealthy, very culturally wealthy people. And some people want to buy that. And it's up to you as an entrepreneur how you want to sell it. If you don't want to tell them a certain story, don't tell them a certain story. It's up to you. You decide what the script will be. But we need to capture that market in this beautiful place here. And Dr. Nygren has finally understood where I'm coming from. We need to create regional strategies. One at Lachee, Antelope Canyon,
the Lake Powell at Canyon Deshay, that regional there. Also on the New Mexico side, Chaco Canyon, but it's very primitive. For example, dinosaur tracks, Sheep Springs, out at Naizi. There's a couple of spots here in Monument Valley where we have business site leases. We need you to come and capture that market. We need your young people to capture that market because we're not tapping into that industry. Where it's beautiful. We have lived through many, many things. Being prisoners of war, right? We were prisoners of war. And we overcame that through prayer, our language, our families. So that's what he wants. He wants the best for us. So on Tuesday, we're coming to the end of the primary. Dr. Nygren is number 13, 1, 3. 1 plus 3 equals 4. So we want 4 more years for Dr. Nygren. To be the next leader or continue to be the next leader. So I encourage you to vote for Dr. Nygren, position 13, for 4 more years. Thank you.
Priority. So, and from the beginning, I did not introduce myself. Sarah Slim Yinxie, Sitna Jini, Dona Enslon, Chishabashichin, Ado Tachini dashanalado, Todich dashache, the Ray Tach is a Saanaholia, Ada Eya, a son and Shle, Ado. I have the honor of working for Dr. Nygren, and with respect to the housing initiative, I know through the ARPA initiative, my program has been implementing, utilizing the ARPA dollars to implement and carry out the intent, which was to bring homes across the former Bennett Freeze area and also the Navajo partition land. We were able to drop 96 homes, including Nahat Atzil. Nagay dahwis ago nihik hashin son long pagan do da holong da IC the nen hit the ne this G the hashit out it hajo pa ko ke hat. Like I said, I was coming from the hospital side, and when we actually started to do assessments, I was completely in tears. The condition that a lot of these children are being raised in today's society. He understands the disadvantages that our communities face across the reservation. He's very keen on data. He's very keen on progress. He wants to see your progress report, quarterly reports, weekly reports, annual reports, that he has all his staff members. The staff, they're giving that opportunity to engage in all of these challenges that our communities are faced with. A lot of our community members are falling through the cracks. These people are hitchhiking. They're making their way into Window Rock asking for services. And mind you, a lot of our community members, they're very shy. Most of them can't even fill out their own application. These are the same staff members that are sitting down and articulating the needs of these people that are driving or whether they're hitchhiking into Window Rock just to see the president. They want to be heard. Process letter recommendation letter depending on what their needs are. They're being aligned with all of the resources that is made available to a lot of the population here within the Navajo reservation. They even requires high-level case management. A lot of our children that are coming right out of college are engaging themselves into that level of work. And that's probably a good pathway to allow the younger generation to put themselves in a workplace that will provide them a lot of satisfaction at the end, because this work entails at the end of the day that you would have improved somebody's life. And that is a very good feeling. Dr. Buu Nygren, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and give some time over to Miss Joanne Jane.
She Joanne Jane and she Kapahin Schlekin Ani Bashichin, Torage Ini Dashiche, Ado Kapahin Dashanala. Tuhach de ade nasha ade yashia ho got D yashana nish inigi DJ ya Deputy Attorney General would yehagi acting deputy attorney general would ya ya ada a shanan nishish okoho DJ ya please vote for Dr. Buu Nygren. Yes, we want to do that. DJ ya I won't repeat what everyone said today. However, what I do want to say is that I support him 100%. I have spent over half of my life in legal services. In the judicial branch, I worked as the former judge, chief justice of the Navajo Nation. And so during that time, I worked with President Nygren. We worked together. I know who he is. I know his work ethic. I know that he cares for all of us. I know that he has a work that has started. And so we can't stop halfway now, can we? We can't stop now. We're only halfway, and we have to give him the rest of that time. And it's just not him. He believes that it is for you. And so we need to support him. I support him 100%, and we have to do that. He between his hobby as a runner. Now, running a marathon is 26 miles. And most marathoners are going to tell you that they practice and they prepare maybe for months and months and months. But as we know, just recently, he ran the Shiprock Marathon without a whole lot of practice. But so what does that tell us? That tells us that he is ready. He is ready for that whistle. When that whistle blows, he was ready to go. And that is his history. So I want to say today that he has to help us, and he wants to help us, and we need to help him come back. I believe in him. He knows that. He knows what the Nebuchadnezzar is. So we're going to lead this in. And we can always do that because we have a treaty, not so sana. We have a treaty of 1868, but that was when we had that. But remember this, we had our people, our own government, even before that treaty, right? We had that treaty, and so we know all of that. And I wanted to implore you today, for those that are listening here, and for those that are listening on the internet, and those that are out there, we have a couple of days. Let's make a difference. I believe in him. I have spent a lot of time looking at the history of the Navajo Nation. Look at this beautiful country here. And I just wanted to say that we have, that is the home of the Red Willow Farms. And so I see here it's really beautiful. I want us to continue that for our families and also for our land. Our children are listening to us today. We have a new generation coming up. So what are we going to do? We are preparing. We're almost 500,000, right? We're almost 500. We're almost 500,000 people. And so we're close to 500,000. And so we're going to get there. Let us look at being a nation. We're going to get there. We're going to have 1 million people pretty soon, 1 million of us, right? And so our President Buu Nygren is helping us get there. You know, this is his time. And our belief is that he was put here at this time to help all of us. He was here. I mean, he is here now, and he was placed here for us. And we need to continue to embrace what he does. And he tells us all the time, it's not for him. He works every single day for you. I support him 100%, and I will do that. And I'm helping him do that. And let's do that again in a couple of days. And also, we're going to move forward. Let's also support him and all of us and his administration on November 3rd. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne. And I just want to stress, and you can never stop talking about the importance of continuity. And continuity in government is fundamental to maintain the rule of law. Public trust is very important. Right now, Hashin Son Lo Leda Betlihi Dajdol Nisha E Quasad Yehakayalti. Is it a day not delti? A Kotlataban sits a case of Hashit out Edo, Hashit out the Biyaho out, Hut a Jinzo the Ban Senad's a case. A call. The uninterrupted delivery of essential services is very important. So we're asking for everyone's help to come out to vote for Dr. Buu Nygren on Tuesday. There's probably a couple of you folks here that are sitting on the fence. And then there's some cards too that we have on the west side here. There's a table. There's some literature that you can also take with you. Buu Nygren for Navajo Nation President These are some of the benchmarks that he is measuring his initiative against. And if you give him that ability to go back in there to lead us for the next 4 more years, there's going to be more services to come. And he's already has that established relations also at the federal level, also at the state level, also tribal and local level. He's been going and meeting with a lot of the chapter administration as well as the chapters across the 110 communities. President capacity. There is nothing that you can implement on your own. The Department of Justice from the Navajo Nation has done a very good job of developing policies. Title 26 it's very detailed. It even tells you how you're going to deliver those services through the funds that are allocated to the chapters on an annual basis. A public service and I'm very hopeful that Dr. Buu Nygren is going to be afforded another opportunity to lead the Navajo Nation for the next 4 more years. And at this time, I'm going to go ahead and give some time over to Miss Rena Dotson.
Yate Shea Rena Dotson Shia Sakon Hagedo Nasha. I am a former chapter president for Combine Canyon chapter. Kwado Shiaj Dr. Buu Nygren. I was on that term. A quagga Shasbausen needs our behadest. Lay Shishasbausen in our Combine Canyon. We are a Bennett Freeze, a quagga power line through this administration. It's year 2025, and you will not believe what it Jean Kayaistian hat ninde hot kone hot Auto only Karen chapter this to Highway 89 shot was oil charge case. Is the power line hadult Auto windmill lini the hadal so Dutch adalia. A hot nesh inch says under Nygren administration. Auto lake gap jota a power line hadult bitra hadi kri da shana nish ishla hashin so chapter da belkinish kaho Kuja Hushtenjo lay Tuba City Jago. We through the Niger administration, there's a Tuba City senior citizen Elia. Beso bacha adaliado nahat all you leaders, past leaders in Dash Nishinde. Or what ended with this administration, a senior under Nygren administration. Ado ani do the Kushin Shlata na dinachai adla apa we were able to get the gap by the way. Not to employ housing is to benanate adok adanish. What else is thousand? What within this term through Nygren administration? What adok could the ani dona kanach the data ston lechike a adok the Western Pipeline no look at this it do peso hashinela. Or you in the millions, that's going to provide power all the way from Lachii to Copper Mine, all the way down to Gap and Cameron. This is what this Nygren administration has achieved. Not only that, with this administration through the ARPA funds, we actually seen the inscription house warehouse going up. We actually seen the Kayenta transfer station to the waste management that has actually gone up. The Hadikri, Nihinal construction, not only that, they went towards Chinle. Nihik ad the in my own community, Coal Mine, Tuba City, Curly Valley, Nihin Hahaljish for a transfer station, for a whole new wastewater management system. The reason being why is if you ever go towards Tuba City, Twinanes, that community is expanding. I think one of the fastest growing community on Navajo Nation is Tuba City. It's a certified chapter. They run their own solid waste management. That's how our community is growing in the Western Agency. What's up, Bahonsen, what's up, Hadiya, what's up, Nesh, Edo, Hashin, so your employees, yon dad, Nashot, and Navajo Nation. Di quite Jackie, Nachidon, Nesha, Nishido, Shashiat, Eta, the Wallet, Ayan, Hihajo, Lede, should I can only speak for myself. Lede, what's on boarding school da ich tradosh madosh jed and kinesa dojini da the nedo bikeje ya just get the past kisha away dan hit it no dan hit it yeah to have another candidate to say that on not hit all don not hit all ninigi shido shiat eta abd not Na kis kao Dr. Nygren bada do ashode. Ba yeta nitsin do lish. Di na docha. Ni na nishnada di lish. Do na nish. It's not finished yet. We still have the water line to complete. As you see in Lake Homai, those sanders at Talani Lake, across that water line, donantita. All in Tuba City area, most of it is on septic tank. Doshin Jondo, the water line, the Aliago. Nle hana ade the netabagan do twinde ye don't dance kadiki dot or konde yegi like me and my brothers. Ade twitan the hadek on the jondo les. O hutzag or dina naha hutzan halchinin hanata doka. They're going to have the running water and electricity. Home site lease or yehigi da banal source day do lease. Shishananish ishla. It takes 3 months to get a home site lease out. A hot alba honeyzish kedoshtina. A court a sa ben haja has zero corner he cannot doja. Dina na hego. A coinat a cordon he cannot dija. Yeah.
Thank you, Rena. And before I call upon my next speaker, I have listed down Miss Joanne Gray. Do we have Joanne here with us this afternoon? Okay. So we have Miss Joanne Gray that's coming up, and I want to give her some time. She's running for Navajo Nation Council from within this region. Here's Miss Joanne.
Yate, Doshita Noshjonada. How are you guys all feeling? Oh, come on, we can do better than that. All right, Johnny, oh, I'm so thankful. Yego ba Hansen, a kona so tanagi.
At this time, we have President Buu Nygren that's in the house. If we could all rise. Go on, I guess we can go ahead and come back and revisit Joanne. We'll give some time to you after Dr. Buu Nygren, Joanne. Thank you. years, 4 more years, 4 more years, 4 more years. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor and privilege to introduce a leader who has dedicated himself to moving the Navajo Nation forward through economic development, infrastructure investment, public safety, housing initiative, and strengthening opportunities for our people. Kodo'eya, we have the Navajo Nation president with us this evening. As far as timing, it's 6 o'clock. So what we're going to do at this time is we're going to go ahead and give the time back over to Miss Joanne Gray so she can finish her part of the speech. And after that, we'll go ahead and give the time to President.
Okay, all right. Yats enana aro kwa halen hoshne. Joan Gray and she Twitch eating a shlon to Ohana Bashin. But I need a che dot is a son of Dashanella hot out and that son and shle. The Legin Barado is in our shan, the Twinish Ishna Nishnat Nadi Naki Nadin Naki Nahe Shaltrau Ajid BIA Ot Ashna Nish Ishla Ado Dina Navajo Nation Special Diabetes Program. A hot abanashnish Ado at Koja Asla Ana Hedona Asni Qua Sitsu Dr. Nygren Shandid Nishis no. I apologize because I'm really emotional about this. And when my grandson, Dr. Nygren, asked me to come aboard, and I took the position and making my way around the Navajo Nation with the 9, 10, 12 chapters that I work with. And the Doche and Nale Dohas is Sanado Nalestwi, then Lenigi Betrashau. Is a shiyaho ait outland shidna tabagan. Is a shima che quade Hika oje no. Garden should now. We do the work that I've done for our people, the work that we all do. I'm really afraid that if we don't get your vote on Tuesday, who is going to pick that task back up for us? Who's going to do it? I'm also running for the council delegate position for District 8 because of that. You don't see me wearing heels. You don't see me wearing long nails covered in turquoise jewelries. I had to retire all of that to make sure that I'm boots on the ground, working for our people, making sure that our Masanas, our Chays, our Nalahistwis, our Nalahistans get the infrastructure that they need. Kala a Masane, Nle Siyit the Hana Ada da Baganiki, Shoshiyaja Iha Shania, a Donach Ian Hasni Antle Child, so it's not the Yala. Ashnesh Masana Aro Dinene. And I had to reach into my own pocket to replace the food. Oh, that's echo the Nabishan Day Nation lay Hana Ade, the Baganiki. Akoti ho ni grandson aro igi lada tapesne. Ha ish hadain trao tane. But we are worried also about the families that live way out in the most remote areas. And we work 6, sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'll be driving back in 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. Literally 7 days a week. But I want you guys to think about that on Tuesday when the polls open. The work that we have done, the work that we need to do, the work that we need to finish for our younger generation is not sure. Let me finish my job, whether I'm still here with Dr. Nygren's administration or I get elected into Navajo Nation Council or District 8. So, Akwan hinch ke doilete hala 8 shnak esto ana oshka at yego shitla na isna and he gave it her de kregon he gave it her show ashne khaila bena khana teshwat ashne ashe hona na hoteshni Aroban ne eta di no eta shno hon hitne abetrasha yi yadondo huin zeno adenasha doshi ashde yada ohon bandage nishigi bekandash nishigi ohot alhatati ka. So I apologize, for being emotional because a lot of this ashishiyaho ait out nebetrasha. Aleya, shichat this cow. Ndita, there's no wind. Go home. She's it all. And later, there's a team about just a bus beach in the water. A bonds to take queso, a bonds is queso. Descaso, chilo. On him, mobile care that they named it to the Bayahanta Hika. I'm asking you, let us finish our job and let's vote Dr. Buu Nygren on Tuesday. A quack out abances casa. Shit these all the questions and it's so the Zendaya benched a hanzao. Hashto it's auto lesson so. I'm worried about the families that may not get their complete services, if anything, but I'm very optimistic and I'm very, very hopeful that you all will stand behind us on Tuesday and vote 4 more years for Dr. Buu Nygren. So,
Thank you, Miss Joanne Gray. You're speaking from your heart. A public service non with that, thank you, Miss Joanne Gray. And with that, leadership has been about making difficult decisions. Dr. Buu Nygren has that stamina. We have that belief. I certainly have that belief in him. And he likes to listen to the voices of the people and working every day to build a stronger future for the next generation. Our president has traveled throughout the Navajo Nation, meeting with communities, hearing concerns firsthand, and working to address the needs of our chapters and families across the whole entire Navajo reservation. And in most cases, a lot of our families, they live off the Navajo reservation. So he's also had a chance to provide that extended services to a lot of our community members that live in the metropolitan areas, Phoenix, Salt Lake City, Denver, Los Angeles, San Francisco. A lot of our services are afforded to our family members that live off Navajo. So please join me in welcoming a husband, a father, a businessman, and the president of the Navajo Nation, a leader committed to building a stronger, more prosperous Navajo Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to present the president of the Navajo Nation, Dr. Buu Nygren.
Yate, hehe, anotenho, nahiso kregidon len, juno, atochiane de ilado, when hahiso kregido hata istigi anotene, hehe, the lais and juno, haneta, sladon, benda as nesto, hate ola, junon, hinahata, sado, ehoto, nhadazino, sigon, kike, nada so, zenigi, hehe, the lil, shahot or rebiga hansemanses, case I say. Haishish do lit apahazin the nebekeo cow apahazin the netho betlos do pesle cheap betlos do one the bet estado na nishta say the silzin do ba da huilian da hazni do o hoda haut odo old khada jono la peso da banit an jono kindeze e hot oshi olye nat anis do le apahazin kinde do zin to na nishto peso da yanda nota to hate all the nebe culture what to let any hui so hot the never care about car shakal na kindes the never and adoba banana shwati to the ilya to ichi lago she anni aroben ya the never and abajol what to let don't lay the don't says a case to the is to lit nenegin jun he hot na kidoba ande zene da na hata benna dista Nketi da ilyan juno na sos da bakado do shinda do janigo an Lord, Lado, but I, but Uta with it, Arthon, did not say that Saho, let the never care about Kahot on Nish, Dahi Nico, but that neatly on the Arger, but you that the Kaho don't need a start so stein the million such you see in and Lehoja, Kaya, because on again Dahi seal ni a head or let I, yes, the net I didn't need what dahil ni hedan the nebenant adot sit de yale khainjole khada shin de neke da hat engi hot din ni khishi da hode no sin and khishi asho kal chendon ki kedan lodan jono na nishbe da halloro ad shin da och kisto chian da tin of ken az lahagi do thota in da ho kha to ben nach da khwada le khwada nap as iso da na nishte yos gedishi aj den da bi خواهشی نه ای که تخیه هات این نشه بشه اتزی لید نبکه بخا نخشة دو ليخ نودا شيء دو هتو بانسس كيس دا اشتاشي هايشي إيش دو ليخ خواب الخز أنجين جنو هاهدت نكتشي داي نوصل آرو ألتدي سوستين دميل سابي نهايتو نلتن ننجي إبت آرو آن نخا خاتش سوستين دميل سا يا نهين تهيجي دو با إن لي تنبي كيو بكابج هنال إيدو للآرو تو إي آرو بتسهل تسيهون لي نزنا تينو نزنا تا نازنا لو بيتا إنيش تنبي واشنطن دا بيتا إنيش شيء هت أوبان سس كيس إبنا أخيه دوت هتا نوت إيون جونو إتا إلغادو نانش نجونو نانش تخاد نزنا تين تنبي هتا الغادو ديل نشكي بتشاسي تجنكو إيه هت أون دهيلني إيه هت يدس كاندن ساكيس إيه هت هايشي بنيلش إيجلونيل تو إيه قدبي خدون نتيجين كنا حتى السيدن دي استنا هديلني شيء دوت هونشت إيدل خدون نيجي إيه هتون جونو إتا إلغان صوبان سس كيس أروتون لي قلت خيا وين نوت آتني سولي شيمبي تخرج هتا قلت خايجي بس أنيجي كوشينا خيتون دا أو خاهوش إيه تنه بواشنطن أبي خدو بيسو نيدون نيجي قدندا أن خي هتي تاش لدنيزنا تين دميل أن خي هنا دسي نلا أو نخي ساتو تهديل و إبي كين خاهر دول نيل ننا كوشين دزنا دا قلت خال ياجي خيه دول يا يسبا خيه هلني دون جونية إيه هتو هو كه هنوت إنجي إيسو هالشيء هويل يا جون لي تنبي كيو بكا نزنا تين دبا نزنا تخا ناز نلبسن دهز آدو شي هنا يا إيانا دا ديني إندت خشيت أو تخا ناز نلبكي تستين خشيت أو إدلي تنبي كيو بكا بكي تستين تو خنش نال إنتو دلتيني أرشي هدو باسيتك كيس أشتاشين community representative أنليك كي آن هدس آدت نشان دا خدو للخدوني نيدي جون تن كي جهاتي إيدين دا تو نش أرو السيدين تاي نكنا خيغو أسادي يا آتشو دنبت خاوتزوغ أسادي تخدغاهن إن استا هيوتخا ناز دلبت دهاز آغو آدت خدغاهو خالا دا هوت إيدو هيت أولالچن نال سوستا نوت تهيگي بانتا نوت خاهت ننگي إند دو خاهنة نتا نو أشون دا هيت نبنانت آبسز آنو تلاخد الدنين خانة تاتون خانة تخارو أرى خوهوت إيري أصابنا نيتزاغو ناكيك الدنبي كيو بكا آشر نكي هنوت إنجي تخدا آش إيه هتو آشو إدلنن صوبان سيس كيس كيتلين دو جون إيه هتو تخا ناز نليهلن دهال نتو دندا ياندن تخادو كيتا أشيش شاهو دو تسوتو بيشل تشيتا سابن يندش سوستو ديش إيه هيتشناتو دلي واشنطن ديش أو نهان تدانو إكاد يهلن دهال ناشو خنة تنبا واشنطن بتشين دهال إيه هو دا إليا أرون نادا إدول كده خايشتون بدون نتنا خلّه تندشني شو هن يا إيان كارينا كأرد خدا أشتول تيني ده إيه هاد أوشي بانسها كيسون جونو تتا إلجين تون جونو أشجانسي لشهرو بانسس كيسة أشلاق هاد الدنيا بكيو بكات خدا أش شيء بيجاتو لسنا كندنا كند يس خوي تشكويدشي نزنا تين هاد أو الدنيا بتشنده هوينا أنا كده يا تشي نانشي تشي إنك هاد إند أشون أهوتستو إيه هاد إتا إلياجي أيوه بانسس كيسون هاد إتا إليان سو بانسس كيس أروتون لي كناغو دا لي ناتس آنج دا آج نجونو توز سبيس لتشي دا هيوتلي تيلت نجونو يتنيلتونجي ديزين ايه هتو دا إلغا اند باشل هو جوندون لي أغانتا تيلتشي ان لي شانتون دا نجاهيجي ايه بلكتن دا سيلدشو ان لي ناتينا خيان دا ناتاني لنا ناز ايه هتو يتشتشن خيلتو هنا يا ايكرو شي دو ديني دي President ناز بنا حتى تون سنة دو ديني دا شي او نجوت اتي تا إنيش خايشة بالنيد توتا جنيدلش أرد أتي سوستد دميل نسات أتي بأهنده نخي أو هنا شيء بيسو نادو نخلا الصوتو نخدو نيرو إلقاد أصلاً كنا ده زرشي أدناكو تختين دو هنا لا تنت نشبه نادا هتلون إيشي أوليه دنا إنخائي دنبنا نتادا شخصادا أتند دنبنا دشنش تو إيها شيتو شادا إسنلوش كيني جيجي إيدي لوديني دا كيل توبان سيس كيس كون جونو إتا ديل نيل تو إند حتى شي بلن da isle baka hatati nilon jono etati nilo yat ehol da dil nishkhanene hot o ta ilyagi ahehe kidin need aro stotenle led in the inscription house, but then again, then Jono leda kinda layat eginit ando bekin ilte hot on Jono ta ilya the quigo she as ke hona on Jono where basemas on yatanda tahagi hot and again Jono so this case Mr. Herman Daniels eako ayo bahash nila yesen Jono nakhandel tsitok and Jono hot and again Jono ye shedo hatada belchi this sitan bea ko niladi not on in Jono betnstod nesto an nehi the never abacage those ziledo to ha shibi hasal keji nil jo pesmas ane nire bkhao tipe his ani do atato nito har la peso bekin nada to soto hal la nada to nitigi lange ye pohodni ebeni na khodo na hiso thanige ado to at ended the neverland an yete chehya ede da nos ene be khodo nitigi do be khat enige Besh bahas ando yise kheshi de nebenant as lengi case zenigi ika do ligi not so scale do ligi do peso yan chingi digi bata dio nel ken zenigin kildeshi hotero le aro to le da ban sa hakke so da le tha naz nilbel nas anigin da ende Why that is Kaligi Nahat Ahigi Hajod Nod in the Nasco hite Nilig Ade Hate Ola Nado Nis and Nenegi Yisipin Nada the listen so ban this case. Joe Herman you peso the net Hojo Kehunot any in Hana Ranigi he stand as a and there's not teen about the meal sashi Hojo the net Hojo Kehunot any nash nish hot end le Nasco not Nahat Ahigi Ishi Heshi and Nadi Lishigi Honde La Pesos Nato Nilton le Sweeto Sanida but in Michigan the end I kana ada or just did a zena kit Hanarlos and Jono Chenada to Nishos Sweeto Sani but has Anigin Jono Yada Eho where Bashman's Oniena Rahagi Hahod dot Nil so hot op they need Nisho Bansis case hot o that Ilgan so where Nikanas so Higi hot o Bansis case or hot end Ado Stotenly le khodoban sis keso le sota le yesela khwa kha kedo khwa ben anjo ben tahaz anigi ende che hodo ni ne honne ya yande hajo nesh eti setso nit ne be keo baka ashtladnes na tindo ba hon khatashi to ba ya the khawshi asande hajo che hollo ne to asande bedo nish ne ashon de kuigo de ne be keo baka jono betatej nationally church rock na kinanas count in the yo toje bra ha zojdi aj benada the nation the Cameron de hoto alt is up in the asnish only la kajige only Red Valley but then the ashon that is nish hoto ban this case to ba yada atke ashon chidanil nishto beta in nish ado Mansis case of only hat Haushe, Tipa had and Chehodo, Nesigi, a stud nezatin by Neznatin, the meal so Bahadol, Haushe, the Washington, the Achidal dol, Tohone La Pes, Chepedini, Kerevina, Shehone, Ya Iyaneta, Stephen at City, Bidini, Topet and King Hashet, or at a deal, Nit or Hait, or the head and Jono yet, the Tango, the Hachehodol, Nito, Kayat, the Yat, Ehunto, Niki, Ashon, Kanda, which hold just Edigi, Peter Tonisha, Kana, Argent, so Bansis case, Hoto, to Hatnes, nothing, the mills of Hopahado little. Ahoya, go, Adatse, Cushi did the mills of Pahado little, hot open dealness, Eshi all get this card and Sahak case, a starship in the Huntado Hajo, but Ben the high salt town, Jonon the dog, as an ene, Hoto, Ben the seed list up a day, nation so about this case, out of Tonley, Kachin Hat Abena, the Stagi, then Joeshi Hoto, is not Saheshi, the Neverland, and yet they Jehigi, Haisha Dajilla. Haren da just hashet o di te schlich nenegi ado di ben hata di o ta hoto nedik ar za pohonetza di hawan teen tro do alada at a dol ni no da yenda ahegi ada za ni pohonetza nke hodoshin hatta besizinigi ai ta sa don juno da nal sosta baka alla da mil honela the never care baka ho one day zeto ho one da bcheta ya leti na khaya da ya nas nez na de in lago tahin jito le tanin kade a shon hodesto dikadnan den din nana khaga hodobohone zansen na kedamil tha damil khaishin dol kil ben dol kiligi ani be hasti pesh mas an peso ne zoto pe hes ani be hota enni sto be to be yego bin kinda astro hoto the never care bakan jono hodo nil so ya bansis case aroto hojo ke hono tinigi a yesh khobit hoye to halet all do le nenigi ebin nan le ade shel all goson de pesh na palen dan shi arats in dad nes date jeto ba khayada tse huinzo hot ora ban za case aroto kushina kheda yo to shipi toje gatet ana peso na kirnez de tindo ba be la az le de miln sa khahosla jono yat pesh mas an jono batahde nandel sozo dito yes betel to nish nenigi hot open nata to nishin so da ban sis case hot shna hatta be nana sta to be nahash ado ni hod da hodon ni ton le later le thoda ben yakhata tol teson le thola wells de nenigin jono alla de mil hone la anada tol nithen so ban sis case thi khwa ke hono tinigin le de loop de da hoda hot egin hoda ne so yise jono sa hoto peshna pasa khayanada do hoto thoda tlanigi ta hol yago biga ta no do yenta agi hoto da de nin so ban sis case to kwa you kushi the meal sat ne wa la ho katobel gan na tsozet na khe oshi bla ashla be itlenigi yun khan da khagi she hodobansis keso na nishla na da dolni at the never Washington do ye go hoja peso ne yid nil she hodobansis keso asada ne is not in the milza kwa jono be khana del yago na nishna da hodot le to btsaro na nishwa ke honot inigi na da hasli to shon be jono to ke ebike nadi kha hoto khahodet do lado bnago ad an hidden den net and lenigi na nishte yos yerigi bayat to le khwin zinigi aro to inal kha de hoto nil hoto ne de nebe ke obka jono be khahol do nil just la de net no kha ish eben net sabin dis gre nes net in the mil sab johna ditli ne hisha tha nas le de nebe ke obka ke honi tinigi kha ish hone la to tha na sabin dis gre de peso be nadel do nishten the needle na should do ni eben na she hodo bansis case khwat kha nas ne ai ta kushi the meal on that balagana that energy the meal sa khwa la ho kha bitsaro peso sanna ta hitla khwa ke het energy she na nishbe da hodo leton juno shiat na nishte yos gergi baya hot eto hot end inal khaya na hin tege den kha Washington ob chen na nal ingo kha nas lat ene be kha na iliedo nda petishni hot on se kesi de hot on khana agi airo ai ta apahazino kinda hasne lo khodel yagi ebe July 21st na kis kan Buu Nygren da no na da dio ne aro sto de da ban sa keson de ai se bahanas le de nebe ke ob kauda le atin but da idnishigi bahanas le se de ya yana da le atin na khaj this din lo bahasta da mil sa ahon zago de ya peso be lana atle ne atin bin da to nish de kad I khaj le nilch soche le din nes na din de mil sa khwash be khad de sirat and de nebe ke ob kan jono ben da to nish se pide hina nil yago hot on da silnis de neta noi le khohot dan de asada nes na din de mil sa honela je be khai ya don le kad nebe ke ob ka tin be da nish in the bansis case le tsedi ya yana dan gedini nat ani ta shosago ashon hodol to nene kade ashon the neba Washington at kinyan dal nishigi nad nishi hazli to kadle the neba ke obakada bagad tina bagata hastas do hota hot ego ashon dal nishto cheta halne tsedi ya yana da tende jo hot oben yelch da dilgado kad de nil nisto ashon yat ehota ilgadika tinana khego nat ani nanda shotlage per la kona da dilni ashon jono yat eho hahodet edele ai yesen kisbada hozendele el sede ya yanadam le thin le bata hostan gilcheta le chehendishne jonal nish etten die dat eskhane khale to do le no jwe kadnjno benyen tasika do nal nish da hallo nal nish ashon yedanel aro baby ken bichin da hele hegen de hotel yag eshi olye benye elch de dolni do to ha shi to ol goso do do nesl na halom binel che hotel yar le be khahotet zagi enle nezna na tinna na khagojin jgono tin beta enneshigi khahotet edle khate nene ado sto the nebe ke bakar da shaka thandet ehodende thanazle belandash le goda di ashlatsa tatsinse thago tin ba khaganigi to bi gate an khachi do bi gate ai yes ha yu yet tin ebenina Tattin since a tago hot at the Ilian, the sea cars, Cadena, Kedeskina, Iliago, Sejo, the Itini, Getest, eat a little dot, need hoto, a stone handa shield, Nisto, de Nil, Nisho, do less. Arostonly. The never Washington, Jodi, She, Hodoya, Ian, that in need. Hota edo. To had the never Washington, but the sneezed on them. She it in need. Ha ishi that did need to be that il jilligido, ha isha is a yacht eho. They deal Seslige, ya de shas the dog and a shish to le nas nation lenigi, hate all up in inato, a jot the nista, ha ishe beninato, yene, cleaner, do ha ishe beninato, a death snowbana, nesh il later, need bansis case, ehone ya ikre, aro hahol, jijige, jono and na il yahegi donde. Do si hoi yahonde the never Washington na il yahegi ashon tego hotza le sande kalchin le khanas nelo na nisla bich hodalia dina khayada anna hast pes le asa ke ilken kade sta shlatsa ta ke ilkedo kalchin na nis asa the mo na ke the mo do asan desje na be bich hodal eshi olia ende den nebenant eich saho kadle de hoda dil ninda de ni to net ande hea shone ya ikrego a slat peso be de hoilja go hedo lil ai sudon ki kida no cheko ki keda not on hatso da zina ebe eat in so banses case le de nebe ke obakada shedo stida yes, the Nebana Washington, Neshigido, Nanish, the Yos Yerigi, Neshigito, Hajo, hate all the Nasa, the Nito, hate all the Bayatas, hit open the Hoagi, Haesh, Hashet, Oeshe, Shijibaka, the State Nalsos, Haddo, Nita, the Ebe Nasco, Hota, the Nitwin, so Ehoto, a date in the year, Hehen, Hidin Nidolet, Adolf, Dinesh Chi, Nenegi, the Nebeke of a carjo, yes, and lay, Black Mesa mine that el kala dan le jin le jin ha gerigi that el kaldon le chi den le konya that el kala hayu base of tsaro ne hotza kushi de mit khatin do ba de milsa ya nahin te hinde do na nish kuirishi nes natin na nishin lene na hotza hale olen Washington na hide do na kada tsina kit ne bananta ya I ars do hate ola do le tanzo nke ya I khe da tin ni ya I khegon le de ne be ke ba ka na hide na so na beso ya nahin tehgi tehodo ni khanene ebe del yan so ban sis case enal thade bo be wol thago thatin da ba ti de mil sa be tego hotza go beso ya nahin te honne ya nani te oban sa case ebe the nebe ke ba ka de ni nish sanle tate sehgi kinago change bekagi shlis da de nenegi ende do honne la beso ya nahin te ta enal thagi de bedina hoto ta ilgan so ban sis case an del gado na nishin ta hazli to apa hazin elon le thodinesh a hoje thodinesh jejin le تون شوبان هاد إهلين ده نجنو سنيت يون كده نأجد ديلنيشتو إنيلت ده إيك تودنش جن نجنو تنو سيل هوانك إتاستنيجي سنادا هيتو نل هواندا سنادا هيتو نلتو كي عندنا سيل نجنو بخاطر دونيل خد ساقون دنا إنيجي ده تهتو لي إيدا بانسها كيسو بنيه الشيء تيزا هتو بن دسيل نش هتون كنا حتى نخنا حتى تيليا أروح تقول تنش شيء ننجي تنبي كيا بكا يتنش شيء هالنور بتصارو بيسو بيتو نيل تو هجوبا خياغو هتو نو لي كاليفورنيا دي بيسو يتا أوسكان خيلا بتنش شيء نجنو كده ديز إيدو بتصارو ده ليدا يات إيهو بيسو لا بتشون ده دي ليخ نو ده يديل نشكي إيكا دي خاهيكي كوشين ده زندام سبيد ميل سان كيش هوليا تيتو إستو تنش شيء باخياغو بيسو دون كيش هوليا آره نجنون كيا بكده نو تي نيدا تو نيل آرو دي خاهيكي ناتين دو بان سبيد ميل سات اون كيش هوتو نيل أو تنش شيء دون كيش ليغو باتا هاس يعني كي إشي بي هن بيسو سنيل هدو نيل ابن دهوسيت تخانا خيدا اتا إلياغو إشي أوليه دي بن دهوسيت ني بيسو ديل تارو ني كيا باخيادو خشينا نش بتشهل يادو دي او تهويليا أرسل مسندو تشيدن لنجي بتشن سنداشكا تو خانتيت او دنبنان تاتو نتاهم دي إشلا دي إبه شانادي يهنش نيدان ده نياشون أبهزينو بغهوت نشات مود ناوت له ده بين كل نهاد نجي هنا نتقل كي ناسي تزيد لتاتو نجي أشياء إشي Tuesday go نادا دي يهنش إبه ناس كو ناني كاتوليشن صوبان سكيس دي ناس نا خجة دي دنشتي با يشتيجي نا كده ناس نتين ده ميل سا هني لا تنبا واشنطن بتش هتو لين هتو بندهسيت بن دسيل نشيتو شندتو جنيد هتو شين كالشندي هنا دنس سنجي إيشيتو هتو نا كده ناس نتين بيسو ده ميل سا بهدني تان صوبان سكيس هتو إتا إليا أرو تونلي نيري نيري بحثي لي واشنطن دا سنشتاهو شيدو شنهون تدين لي السيري يا إيانا دا جانيز الله نهاز خان أيه هوان ده هوان دو استدين هاتزو بكيا بننتا جانيز دان لوتو نهون تلا President Biden بسن تشنشتون لي آج بنداد نشكي لاج بكده روشني دو دو نهون تلا بس يا إيا دو خلن دا ديل نشتو يات إيهو نهات آتيل يا أرو شهونه يا نانا ستا ليدنا كنا خيا دا إسلاهوت إنجي يا نانا خي شهد الله ديس ننجي أيه هوان ده هوان دو لاج تنانز دا نب كاجيش تلتن لريا سينتا ستيت خالا خطو نيلتو خالا دي نيتي رزدون كيجين دي نشتو تين لولين كيا تزن كان كتسا هوندا هدول تا هوندا دول نيلتو نچدازن دان كد دول خلانو دا نندا ستيت شي او اشتاسي جانيز دا هيكاجي اجش نهتا تو ليجبا اي ابكا اشغن اهت اند تهنز نادو دي نات اني يلي خد هدول نيل بكيرو شيتو نهسيا أشتاشي نشبا إيه تو هنسنان دي كدينات آني نادو تليل إيشي تو بس ناتو نش بس يانات إشتاهك إنا بالتشيلون جونو بس نديل نش خدو نير إيه تو تا إلياس تون ليد بس يا إيه خدون جونو خد ديشتين تا تسهيجي تا نيش خايلا نت نبنان آج تا هيكاهيجي إيه تو إيه نات صوتو هادل نهدا ندبل ديل كيل خدو نيده إيه أشون كنا خا هتو بتن تسيل نشجي تشيه الله يدينا نشجي جانيز يخلال نشجي تدو نو هتو July 21st Buu Nygren تدو نو دايديو نيل أروح بنا هستوي بنا آدم لنجي يسبب كده ده هيدا وشنيدو يات بتن تسيل نشلي أتكين ده yilda nishigido ke an hodes ango yat ehodan le be yo so lege don le yo tojo hosto but ha zoje aj not ani dan lenigid enda hoto yat eho bisin dashishin so ban sis case hot oedo ina ho ata juk aden le aita da ilyado aita shata hosendo shna hata do besizinigi don sis case egi do yo shitad nel na khaishe ben yas lahot enigi honne nado ka nado ta sa ho yanda njuno cheta ho ilyagi yes do segi eshi hot obinina na inchkan khodon kita nanasta ash khode hesh kha nado cha e hot on juno nada dil nito tati be khanast ati benesh kadea hayubohos an soban sis case si bi gahat neda si zi do bi gahash do ninde do hashi do na nish do ilyad the neta si zi do bi gahat shidin ni do shitn das zi den juno da ilyan soban sis case si but sit the Tanagido, yes, Sigida no, July 21st, Buu Nygren that no, nada, Dio, no. John Kishila, what are not on catching that not high, Johnny, it ended and then neatly. A stashi, big, the Shnido, big, 8 or the she got in the eat, a shit, the Ishi says, she hotel in the she hodod the Nebenant acid link or tea that the leaf and then deadinish which. Khale hot ola ila na del ya het ola nas ko na hot dol to hot on the man sis kesne didan kesala son de hot an nin de la hone na hiso thane ge kya to khanat an ishit de dam at kha de hawan sejde ba ha kha don de chota ya dan de adaro nikhik ati khagi nez na tin do ba nez na hawan salat so bich hotol ni Eshi all the tattin no man so sid khantna nilyagon jgono ilya jeti na khaya da hun gidini tslat so no senigi hunne ya iyago apahazine hawande dol tsil apahazine khod dol tohdini de hot on the seal nation so man sis case ebina lots of lot so no senigi na inchka shone shike na do ka honana to diga tin na khego na kidnes that tin tharnes that tin ho one so lot so bich honana gaga bohne zan so man sis case do sal khanet er do ha shito do jun hega bahazin ka di nes na tin no ba ha one ilya aro kadbe it inige o Dohne Zanshi na kidnezetin, Karnezetin, Salatso, Bebeka ilger, Hohot, Edande, Besach, Edet, Ahegido, Salatso, Abazazis, the Nada or Nisto, the hot Egi, a lot. Salatso, Beso, which Holia, Ados to ask so that how one been such dotadel, Kato, how one Bakar of Kinda or Nenegi, and the Nes not the meal such a date. Oh, ekat da nish hoto Salatso, you this Senegi ani, Yanash, Neshgi hoto, became nada si John Buu Nygren, nada to needle less. Out of Kade, I Ilyagi. Le yat nil tonigi ya digan kalchina the no setigi do di the hot egi yesebit the hoyen di na khaya da LTE de nenegi na di tha dot is be bahos zenigi 28% that's in there so ede yande di na khaya Ade asta na hast dot is on jono the nebeke of a LTE honlo arok a beked na hol just 5G that's it third dot is it they go na hot is aro asa doba asa na ke asa doba asli na khego 2028 aro hoyan na tino na tin se pi yekha na dot letike asta na hast dot is 88% 5G to the been dasil nesto shinda Peso hadani tha ashladenes natin the meal sa hadani tha gaita beta to nishge ben yaha hodne tikad na ke tha na khego end the nebe ke bakan zono so teen so sidines not teen since the tago twas especially cheap but then again ben as nisole ya ni onigin jono dezel di tran trato na kinana hegodo na hot it the lefty be ta inni sto be ji be the neb yisna pasa nenegi hot o ta ilya stashi donat ani na da shotladan de ashladenes that teen the meal such de siltan jono be hot zadel nehedet ben dasil nish kendel jiso le Washington pesa chidasil hot o nikina nishidel ya hot o yat hot nebe ke of account dasil nish aroltonde ben nada huit agi aita bahastil jiso hawan Allah sa nado nisonjot at this change na isa hawan yitin le to jo asad mile de gadi kad ben nada huit agi nake khat mil bi gan somansis case aroltonle thod nebich nada hito tlosigi asad mile de gan di kad nana tin nana hego nake de mi khat mi da che etel diagon jonro le somansis case arol best chi asad nake de mil honne la de ne tsinlish ba de helti arol betsaro shantin tsinlish ke lehegi in the door will cut the end needed na kis kana lashinia abet at the nen long bananish yoskotation and di na kid me by yan tigi do hot eden halen trash the meal that say the boy now at sentish the nebich huin la da shlonde end a hot on genanish iljago he is the nebe ke of cons gono at the iljan so the ban sis case egat 19 nana hego the meal a slat the meal honne la the neck hat ego le tintish which hold yago yat etelin so no sis case arol later and lay a kid il gagin le the nebe ke of ka yes that the nen and linigi a jehollondo zetsna islahigi de batat ne star of in nada which the nates are tanta hedi ka na halin end dina khayda etini she betsaro shma attendini dina khayda to hayushik ed and lenigi tsaro taten not ani ta shoshlag et la kin da hedil neto the nehonet and that so ashon he honet the ne ba khayado le hinda zito le nene arosla the ne da dine to the never and that yel dosina honne to che te ido le hat nene etelia hot on le hosto le ha zoje kat na stada ze tarene na jono the nebaka or what this sostende zje hot o ta ilya ni the ne yo nenigi to ni the ne ye ka do gosta to nenigi ebe July 21st Buu Nygren nada to no hot o anata idio ne beta ilyagin jono kade ashon di asa na khachen di denes na tin be kha ilyedole hot o ba khayadole job chi ya thetole charu kad bansis case ekad not ani nada shotlag betsaro ota huil to hota ilyagin de hosto kha zoje khodeta dil ni ne be ke ba khan jono de kuigo kenya kinda da dil ni ba hodet og hoto kwat ne ke hat inigin jono ba hodet edel she hodoban sis case na kid the meal an na khache the ne be kha ilyen so ban sis case atin ke kedat ati yo de ni ne ashtashi jeholon yego batahnes dado atlado bi gadabchina hoitnan ke de nenitle ani tene het ola bakha di loton kha wen ki yaje het oshi be kehge jono na hedi ta inna ido liton jono hawan de kena hat iro aho yanda na nishbe hodo le nenigi hot on se kesigi ba na de yo el Buu Nygren dot nido le Eda, jono that il ni. I don't need it, but hasti only dark at the dark and the hot place. So the one's case and yo peso bahelle even in le Mike alone of it need. Yes, I didn't date on the big tick of bahelle sit go this kid. Haisha been in you talk at the halon late hoden leader, hojin no the later dark halanido, the ne see go to den other deal neatly in the air not on another shot lag late in nana you the nen linigi بكاديل وصل تهندين كان جنو كيا كتلو دوت جون ده هديل نيتنا جنو يهودت هتو بحلنيجي اشلا بيسو داي بيادس كيدون جنو تتايل جيد هتو يلتكيجي نها اهجي هتو الكي نادي كهوس كيدي تيهو اتاتيل ني جدي يسنا انش كاي نا كيس tai ni sashiata tai yo ne to sashiata yego ni ke kenda so zenigi ashode hen kalchindon ke edan denigi jobch hata dotze si yego bansin kes khela pahosotle khela ani in khela aita jnot khatod nesto khela yenel شيء خدا بانسش کیس دبل دانی دین هنن تابنان دوله دین نخون جنون خناشنش دین نخوشی بالله دهنانه تو شیل هتو بکه نادی کا هتو شکاو جدلس الکانانه جدله هتو Tuesday July 21st خاص تکونه دسته هتو دایدیو نشیبه کید ساد نه آرد او هدوله ay yesin hedin sendon le de nebe ke be kan jono eta iliado be kha I jenso arudishin hat abe na dis sahigi nire ba haotzi waslepe yetes ka hot ore be gansen banses kes le ishi de tsato ishi da do bohne tsaran da halende waslepe di le bansen kes jo de neta nigi bel kes na hal ne do so da dol zina hoto ni nenegi hot o shi da di lin so banses kes Tuesday, Chicago, Jada, Kanane, Jada, Shake Naso, Zero, Higa, Nasi, John, and kids so the Zembena date in the Ebe, a hehe, and Gedino delay. Buu Nygren, Tata, Taconeta, Satagi, that don't know, neither the Ohnet, hot on, Jono, another the lead out of a best in Jasmine. le esto le to yat kedini eran le ni nazar ada khazido a he khode saso legin kedini betinash ido gadit ahin lido yego na ostkhadon man lido na hui ahin lido ye wanda ajnat anin linde hostob hat na kina khaj hoto he to yego khanati chana san gi hui lar she pedo le so he
Thank you. We certainly appreciate your support in sending Dr. Buu Nygren to the highest seat in the Navajo Nation. As far as timing, it's 7 o'clock. And I guess before we start closing, I just want to extend my appreciation to each and every one of you. Do kodo hashin so the nebenant tsidepe ohonet za bandelnish the neck ehon sekes njono do beslahon ata. He can articulate his own policies and convey it back to the Navajo Nation eloquently in Navajo. John le dahuisa the tsidet the nebezad echon. You have to be able to break down those policies in the Navajo language. Okut au ein hitane adishji de besna anish. Okopen nachakot edet ashwadi na kis cow hati hayil cow eden hitso de zendadits ato kodo nihe awe shenale be ohonetza kwato na nishkito tlatanitsen ede ane nij hashine la kode eden yat ehoba ba shilhujon. Community infrastructure. It's certainly going to make a positive impact at the community level. Hashine la veterans la elchin community members. Johut au epetatet ito hashin son habaka o watiki it's ba he no sen. Atna khidon which hol jish ada eya bekeno khego et nebenat atasha akoba hensen ha hensen eden trago hen hidini dole oko as far as timing hodina doshi tsidet asago kodo banat ish ado and the h hundi nilti kin 7 o'clock nikhait ashiyaj come on up.
Oh, yeah, naide kirigim le Washington, le hosdo balhaho zoje, be sobinye shlat the mil sohbahado le chodo ni arosen le hopi San Juan Payu dodne ni klinigi gadat ni arol hosdo balhaho zoje jono na sos gadat dilgaro tra din de zine dayen le ar Yehovando Tehowan betato nan stago hanebich honanista di she hodobansis kesa di hahegi eta di linzomansis keson lekan anna kinnaha hache yanda tido ye landa isetika bichna holjes dikara yese hanne da beshla hannego ye go betain nisto pohone zan halen ye shelnda halnego hoto ka betain nish Eshin le bahatozin kushin na dezido jo aho yanda ade na de liago bigatole jo dido khanne tanne di hopi bit nenegi San Juan Payu bit nenegi dot nebas khahot zogi to khajon jono hil khahoyi zin kon jono khadita to ni dan enda sar khadat zagon jono le Washington bit huiliag kadna da ini khai ade Oh. Ani hote eben na ba yanas kinle tohn lenigia belaganik at 130,000 acre feet is ne an le tohn lenigi and si se jene nada is bin na don the chidenil in at twin le go even na kadna de on de biga the snow eben nan le kadminya as cheda to sneta but the stone le toche aita be khad nest anigi aron le Gallop Joy Sihigin de Jono Eliagon de 30,000 acre feet that she yos into the Nes nothing 100,000 acres it don't into the list. Hoto highlight all of ye as Jada de Lisa no ek at Bindahwit Abid the Nish.
So Kodoshi Naidil Kita, so what's going on?
Kret shit and great shalt as retire slan great GD. Kodane yoda hayun le khashin sakis ke nurse no san le anas kis ke yo hayun ne msopan siskis. Akot end kweba distance. Dide Nerejes school kwe adelia. We try to get some income from the Navajo tribe.
It's a quite ashkodi hotose ya quite like you just here.
We try to get some income from the Navajo tribe. Akoko High School, we had to sue the school district. School district Utah just sued Deliago and in Hanina. Tribe go chehatate ne. Khala Utah cat enegi ne peso o hayun his ne adeko. Okoko. Kojakat any peso o hayu Utah cat any than he need to go. Okoko. Ako di ki pa pan saskis halit out or lika.
ne jeta alen sai na til ne hoda tribe ni peso o you tar keta hat ni nan hit to ni le to ne jeta ni oil royalty from the oil o you hatas linde ngai energy e benina akoni ne ko ko da len sa chile ko ade ya joke yo chonan we have to hire some lawyers in order to do that. See, even in an hini peso lante na kanan ako you just get ayat
But it gets there, just some things just don't change now. So I guess I'll